AEW Grand Slam Australia this upcoming Valentine's Day night in Australia. The event will air on a 17-hour delay. That is something we're definitely not used to in the world of wrestling nowadays. We want it live because it's going to get spoiled. But it is what it is. It's on 17-hour delay because it's either watch it live at 3 a.m. on TNT, which I don't feel they would have a reason to do that for because it's a television product, or watch it at 8 p.m. like they want. So AEW Grand Slam from Australia is going to happen this Saturday. I'm not going to, obviously I wouldn't watch it live. It was on at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I would if I really, if this was WrestleMania, that's a different story, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to watch it at 8 o'clock. I'll have to watch it on Sunday this upcoming week. I'm excited to say I'm going to go see Nine Inch Nails in concert on Valentine's Day.
Where are they
night.
playing?
They're playing in New Jersey.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yes, they're on tour, and I was analyzing the dates, and Saturday last minute ended up working out better than some of the other days. So I'm excited to see a band that I was a huge fan of as a kid. Kind of fell off, but they kind of went away for a while. I think that was kind of made the heart grow fonder because Trent Reznor went off and started to do some producing for movies and Grammy stuff or Oscar stuff. But they're back.
What is it? What do they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right?
Yeah. So,
or in your case, absence makes the fandom grow fonder.
Yes, it makes me think when they finally come back together and do, a concert, like I couldn't see as a child because I was too young. I want to go check them out.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to do my bucket list with Linkin Park because if it's not Chester, can't do it. Sorry.
I'm in the same breath as you. I'm not saying that, bands, they can't exist, but, they're just not Linkin Park. They are just a different band, right?
It's not Chester. It ain't Linkin Park. You know what I mean?
It kind of makes me funny because a couple of years ago, I went to see back-to-back concerts in Syracuse, and within days of each other. One was a concert, and they were on the same. They were at the fairgrounds we have locally, and one was a band called Saint Asonia with the lead singer of 3 Days Grace, a former lead singer, the original, and then one was 3 Days Grace with a new lead singer. And really, realistically, to the naked eye, to the naked ears, Saint Asonia, when they sang the 3 Days Grace songs, was really 3 Days Grace because that's the singer. And when 3 Days Grace, the current band, was singing 3 Days Grace song, they were the cover band because they had a new lead singer.
They don't have. To me, that's why the lead singers have a little bit of pull because it's like I hate to say
you're the
this,
band.
Yeah, it's like you can find a drummer, you can find a guitarist. You know what I mean?
Yes, Dave Matthews Band without Dave Matthews cannot. Dave Matthews Band in a different band is Dave Matthews Band more than Dave Matthews Band without Dave Matthews and a new lead singer. That's just how it is. But exactly. AEW Grand Slam, we got the championship on the line. MJF versus Brody King, and the other big match on the card is Hangman Adam Page versus Andrade. Obviously in his return to AEW, we saw that a few weeks ago. The Hangman Adam Page versus Andrade match, the winner gets a shot at the world title, and MJF versus Brody King is for the world title. Now, Brody King got this shot because he beat MJF in a elimination title qualifier match, which Adam Page helped him win this match. But overall, Brody King and MJF was a very good match when they fought on Dynamite a few weeks back before Hangman Adam Page got involved. So I'll just kind of ask you briefly, who's the number one contender for Revolution and who's leaving here with the world title?
I mean, we've seen the Hangman Adam Page thing over and over and over and over and over and over. So I'm going to go with Andrade El Idolo. I think he's going to get the future title shot. And then I still think MJF is going to keep his title. I think MJF, it's smart money is on him. Nothing against Brody King. Brody King does a lot of things, and he's very in right now with a lot of people because of other things outside of wrestling. But as a whole, MJF is the better package right now. I think he's the better face.
I saw MJF repping. It was, I don't know if you saw this, but MJF at the Super Bowl talking with Seth Rollins.
They're going to be soon to be in future employees of the same company known as WWE. Once MJF runs its course in AEW,
I think we said that a couple of years ago, though, right? I think the last time MJF's contract came to a close.
When's the next contract up? A few more years, right?
I'm not exactly sure, but I mean, overall, for a television show, this is a pretty good card. I mean, Takeshita versus Moxley for the Continental Championship.
What do you think? You think Takeshita's going to win?
That's what I meant. I always say the names wrong.
I know you still say Bria Bella, and I'm like, no, it's Brie Bella. And then you say Javion Evans, and I'm like, no, it's Javon Evans.
I just sounded out. I'm sorry. I don't know what the, especially with the Japanese names. That's a tough one. And they have so many different, you know what I mean? with Kushida, Kanasati, all these
I listen
different
to the
kind of.
masked man on the broadcast of AEW. He knows all the names.
Yes. So, I mean, I think that match might be, I mean, I guess I'm overall interested to see what Andrade does in here. I know he's been back and forth, and I think this is his final stop, but I'm just interested to see if he just puts on an entertaining match with Hangman Adam Page. Um, yeah, I don't see Brody King, and I would say I would be somewhat interested in, because I don't think AEW really does this. We talked about this before. WWF used to do this all the time in the 90s. But what if, like, we have a fatal four. What if all of these guys are for the championship of Revolution in like an elimination match? You know what I mean? WrestleMania 2000 style. I know you like that WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Where we got
Yeah.
a lot of, we can have a Hangman and a Page, screw MJF so that Brody King wins the belt. Then maybe the match later in the night, maybe Andrade and Hangman, the number one contender, is the main event. And MJF comes out and screws Hangman, so Andrade becomes the main event. Like all this kind of stuff. I would be interested in that. It's probably the safe bet of Adam Page versus MJF. I'm not saying that's not a bad match. It's a little repetitive. But overall, I think, AEW, they've had their ups and downs. I wouldn't call right now an up, but I also wouldn't call right now a down. The
Kind of a
shows have been pretty
plateau right
good.
now.
They're at an even strength right now, heading in the Revolution, wondering what kind of card they're going to put out for Revolution. Rumors are, though, they haven't announced it fully, that AEW Double or Nothing this upcoming May, leaving the West Coast. Obviously, there was a Las Vegas staple for a while, and coming to New York City and the Tennis Center in New York City, not at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. I just learned this. There's another tennis stadium. I know there's a few tennis stadiums, but like a legitimate, like 20,000 seat tennis stadium next to Arthur Ashe Stadium that looks identical to the naked eye as a non-tennis fan myself, where Double or Nothing might come. So we'll see what they might pull out for that card. That might be something that worth traveling to New York City for, AW Double or Nothing, especially if it's that traditional holiday weekend here in the U.S. But yeah, I think we're just going to get the same old, same old. I hope MJF and Brody King, though, I hope it's an entertaining match. I guess last thing I'll say is somebody going to get involved in this match, or is it a clean finish?
Clean finish.
Clean finish.